Hello everyone, Karen here with another video, another early morning. Today I would like to talk about freedom, liberation, and what that really means, what it really is. I know most of us, we live in this world in America and anywhere in the world really, but some countries are a lot less more obviously free than others. But what is freedom? I'd like you to maybe ponder this question and ask yourself, what is freedom? What is liberation? Because we move around in this world and we shop and we live, but are we really free? We're making decisions and choices, but are we really free? And this ties into some of my other videos, and the first one that talks about like, who are you? This ties into that a bit, because of our programming. See, between the ages of 0, and I'm not sure if it's 5 or 6 or up to 9, the brain is still moving together and solidifying, right? Like getting locked in place. And whatever happens to you between those ages, I don't know if it's from 0 to 5 or 6 or 0 to 9. I read it somewhere, but I forgot the exact age. Whatever happens to you between those ages is getting solidified and like deeply grooved into the gray matter of your brain as it moves and shifts and shapes and comes together for like good. So we are under programming from the start. So I know some people get upset about, I'm not programmed, I'm not brainwashed. We all are. And it's not just from birth. See, the TV that you watch, the music that you listen to, it's going into your eye gate, it's going into your ear gate, and whatever your programming from early on is, that the TV, the media, the music videos, the shows, everything is pouring into you. And if you're not knowing this and watching constantly and being aware of what you're letting into your inner space, programming is coming in all the time. And according to your beginning programming, like the stuff that's coming in all the time is being like attached to confirm the earlier programming. So we're like programmed upon programmed upon program. That's why I asked the question earlier, who are you? So now this question about freedom. What is freedom? So for me and my experiences, freedom used to mean like, and it does to a degree, having a lot of money and being able to just not think about money anymore, and those kind of lower level ways of worrying about bills and paying this and paying that, school tuition, the kids need this, the kids need that, I need this, the house need this, blah, 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 blah. Freedom or liberation or feeling free used to mean that to me. And to a degree, for probably a lot of people, it will bring a certain level of freedom. But then, after, say you get that, you win the lotto, or you do a good job at work, you get promotion after promotion, or you find a really good job, or whatever. You get the money, you're not thinking about it on these worrisome levels anymore. Now what? Are you really free? What's going on inside of you? Because a lot of people, they have the outer things, but they commit suicide still. They are miserable. Nobody likes them. Nobody wants to be around them. They're not happy people. So to me, I want the whole package. That's what I'm going for. But I want to go get it, not from outside in, but from the inside out. So freedom to me is what I'm coming to understand it as. Yeah, I want those other stuff, but it's not my top priority in terms of there's another way to get that stuff while liberating and being free from within. See, freedom from within means nothing can touch you. It means that not a bad economy, not a girlfriend or boyfriend breaking up with you, not a family member or loved one passing away into the spiritual, not passing away, transitioning into the spiritual realms, no illness or sickness or anything in this outer world can touch that freedom. And that's the freedom I want to attain, because from that freedom flows everything else that appears on the outside world. The money, the clothes, the house, the car, the financial security. And that way, when those things come, you get to enjoy it. And then people still love you and like you and be around you. And you get to enjoy it with the people that you love. So my thing is, when you wake up every morning and you are not the first thing on your mind, that's a problem. If you wake up in the morning and all these negative thoughts and emotions and feelings come to you about you, or when you look in the mirror and you go brush your teeth and wash your face or take your shower, and you just have nothing but negative thoughts and words and feelings about what you're seeing in that mirror, that's a problem, because that's where your freedom is. Most of us run away from the dark corners of our inner space, our inner lives, our inner thinking and feeling about us and about how we're perceiving the world. We run away from the mirror of ourselves. We run away from the things that we are not happy with in our lives. We just kind of keep sticking our head in the sand, so to speak, or brushing it under the rug. That's why you feel trapped in this life. You see, it's not so much the lack of money, because money can come, money goes. Money comes, money goes. True freedom is when you lift up that rug and you start cleaning it out. When you pick your head up out of the sand and go to the mirror and say, okay, God, I'm ready. What is it about me? What's going on with me? Why am I so unhappy? You see, I'm coming out of this place myself. You know, I've been a stay-at-home mom for going on 18 years come May of this year, and I lost myself. Depression, low self-esteem, not taking care of yourself, you know, like really low behavior that shows that this person is just not loving themselves, not taking care of themselves, not paying attention to themselves, not giving a about anything. Been there, done that, out. I'm out. I'm still on my way out. So I'm asking you, you know, most of us are walking around depressed. When we think of depression, we think of, oh, those people that are, it's extreme, they're committing suicide, they're vegetables at home just sitting there, laying there, don't want to do. Nope, there's functioning depression. People go out to work, come home, do things, but inside, they're not there. They've checked out, kind of, you know, only checking in to just do the things that are required of them, so, you know, people won't see, or the whole thing doesn't collapse down on them. They keep it balancing to a certain degree. And they got drugs for that. You see that people with the little popsicle stick and a little paper with a smiley face, but behind they're like, you know. You don't need drugs. Well, some might. I don't know. That depends on what you feel about yourself. You need to start loving yourself, paying attention to yourself, dealing with yourself, because that's where true freedom lies, is when you get control of you. All those early things that happen to you when you between 0 and 6 or 7 or 9, that's what you got to deal with. That's what you got to face, because being in control of you and your all of your faculties, your emotions, your thoughts, your words, and your actions, seeing them before they actually come out into this world and rearranging them or speaking to it, the positive end of it, whatever, facing yourself, you and God together, like, God, please help me. I need to know who I am. Help me to see all the dark corners of myself so that I can face it, heal it, love up on myself in those areas that I've pushed away into the dark, accept myself. Whatever it is you have been pushing away from the forefront of your consciousness to pay attention to, you go and partner with the creator, with whatever you want to call the creator, and you sit and you take a go at it, and don't give up until it's done, until you are not ashamed of whatever anymore, you have accepted whatever parts of yourself, or you have cleared out whatever negativity that you're saying about yourself and your life and this world around you that is not serving you. Things that are not serving you to the good end of joy, happiness, peace, success, get rid of it, heal it, accept it about yourself, take care of who you are, be responsible for the space that you take up in this world, take control of the car. You are in a car and it is moving fast and you are not awake. Your hands are not on the wheel. And it's going to still moving. It's going to still keep moving. So enough's enough, people. Whoever is listening, I've been there to the point of very low depression and self-esteem. I understand how difficult it is to pull yourself on up out of that. But it is possible. It is not impossible if you partner with God and ask for help with the loved ones around you. Wake up, speak up, ask for help, and start participating in your own life. Start participating consciously. Because right now, if you're not, you're running on old time programming and it's getting you nowhere fast. And if you want to stop and make a detour, turn back toward the positive path of where your life could end up good, then you need to wake up and grab hold of that wheel of your life and start making decisions and start changing your inner talk about you. Start changing the words that you say and speak about you and others and the world out there, because remember, whatever you put out, that same energy comes back to you. So whatever you do to others, you're doing it to yourself. So be careful with the words that you speak. Be careful with the actions that you take. Be careful with the thoughts that you think, because you are the most important thing in your world, because you are experiencing your life through your consciousness, through your eyes, emotions, and feelings and everything. So whatever you do and say, you're doing it to you. It's about you. When you don't like that person at work and you say something bad or do something bad or think something bad, that's an energy field. And that energy field is going out to that person, but it's also boomeranging back to you. So what you put out, you're doing it to yourself. So make sure you do and say and think love. Love, 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 because that's what we all need to heal, and that's what we're all looking for anyway. So give it to yourselves first by thinking thoughts of love about yourself and stop criticizing yourself, by speaking words of love to yourself and stop speaking negative words, and act in a way that serves you. Eat well, exercise, laugh, hugs, love. Be kind to the people in your home first. When you go to work, make an effort, especially with those who get under your skin. Those are your focal point growth points, not the people who are easy to love. We all could do that. But those people that irritate you, make it a point to show them love. Not for their sake, but for your sake. Because when you cultivate love within, it just blesses you. And that's what comes back to you. You're ultimately loving yourself because, remember from my other videos, you cannot give out what you don't have first stored up for yourself. So if this is something you really can't do, or it's just not coming up, that's a clue. You're not giving it to yourself. So start taking care of you. Start doing the things that honor you, that love you, that because that's where your freedom lies. If you don't do that, you will never be liberated. You will never be free from the inner terrorism that you're doing to yourself, from the inner negativity and sadness and depression and anger and frustration. And every minute you're easily angered and frustrated because somebody did this and somebody did that, and you're always pointing the finger, it's their fault, giving away your power all the time. You will never be free of that. You can have all the money in the world, you could have all the success in the world, you could have all the guys liking you, all the boyfriends or blah, 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 blah. But until you deal with you and have self-mastery over yourself, or at least work toward that end, being in control of all of your faculties, the thoughts, how you think about yourself, your emotions, your words, your actions, until you can govern them and use them as a tool to get you what you need in this life. And what we all need is joy and happiness, bliss and balance and love. Those emotions, those energies, you have no idea what they can create. Let me tell you, if God is love, and God is all and has all, and is in all and everywhere, guess what you have? Guess what you have just awakened and cultivated within yourself? All that you will ever need in this world. All you have to do is continue to move with the love that flows within you, and things will become easier. Opportunities will flow to you. People will come to help you and take care of you and love you and point you in the right direction. Stuff will start to sync with your life in a positive way. Let me tell you, love is the most powerful force ever. At all. I know this to be true for a fact. And so I've seen what it can do. I probably haven't seen the most powerful that it can do. I'm still working on me, but I'm headed in that direction. And I encourage you to release yourself from the bondage of this world and the cares and the worries of this world. I encourage you to go find, own, and live out your liberation and your freedom, which is you. You are the main tool. Work on you. Pay attention to you. Keep your eyes off of everybody else and pay attention to you. When people piss you off, ask yourself, what is going on with me that I reacted in this way, or I felt this, that's negative, or I thought these thoughts, that's negative, because they are being themselves. It's nothing personal to you. They are only speaking and acting and thinking out of what's going on inside of them from their past. Because maybe you said something that triggered their stuff. And now they said something back that's triggering your stuff. And then you guys will want to fight each other. What you should be doing is saying, okay, God, I'm pissed because this person said this and this, or this person did this and this, or they didn't do this and this, or didn't do what I wanted them to do or expected them to do. If you are in a situation like that, your first question, your only question is, God, what's going on with me that I am reacting in this way, that I am speaking and acting or thinking and feeling in all these ways negative? Find me that root so I can uproot it and nobody else can come and trigger me all the dang time. so I can have full control over myself, so people can act and say and do what they want, but I'm not moved. I'm still holding on to my joy and my happiness and my peace because I understand myself and I see triggers coming and I know that it's me and I understand how to deal with me to keep my joy. That's freedom. When you can have control over yourself like that and wield your emotions, wield your words, wield your thoughts to your positive end and leave people the heck alone so that they can, just be with themselves and understand that it's their actions, they're not troubling you. That's power and that's freedom. When you can do that, you can go anywhere, have anything, do anything. Everything good will flow to you. You won't have to worry about ever running out of money because you have control over yourself. You're loving yourself. You're stopping yourself from saying and doing and thinking unloving things to yourself and others. You've opened up a whole nother world of attraction, positive attraction. So that's what I wanted to share. Go and find true freedom, not the fake kind where you're going to end up back at the same place anyway. Love you all, and until next time, live truly free.